Hello from Tennessee. So I've owned the Tudor BB41 for around 8 months right now, and wanted to just to give some thoughts of ownership of this great watch. Be right back. So first off, if you're looking for a traditional review, this isn't it. The YouTube community has done some great reviews on this watch. If you want specs and all that, I may mention some things through the course of talking about it. But this is just me just talking about the watch and how I've worn it, and maybe why I've enjoyed it, if I can figure that out, for the last 8 months. So this to date represents the watch that I have spent the most money on. And to go on a tangent quickly, I think as we collect watches, everybody's journey is a little bit different. And what we're comfortable spending on watches is really an individual decision. I mean, the reality is life can be expensive sometimes, and as much as we enjoy these, it needs to be something we're comfortable with when we're dishing out money too as well. And what I've realized, I think, over the last 8 months is that my comfort zone right now is definitely spending 2,000, maybe 2,500 or less on a watch, which opens up a lot of great brands. I get a really good deal on this, but as I move forward, staying definitely under 2,500. And right now, I've been really into micro brands, so um, probably buying more micro brands and then trying to buy them on a flip in good condition, which means a lot of times I can get stuff, $300 to $400 easily on a flip, sometimes less. So lots of stuff out there to enjoy. Um, this watch right here, the Tudor Black Bay 41, I wear probably more than any other watch in my collection currently. I wear it to work, so it's in my work rotation. If I'm not wearing it to work, a lot of times it's one of the first things that I put on my wrist when I come home, as well. It's, it definitely has some presence, but what's interesting, I think, for me as I get into, um, well, as we talk about this watch, uh, is that while it has some presence, it's super comfortable on the wrist. It's kind of a hard thing to explain, but there are some watches that just, depending on the type of day I've had, um, just, I don't know if fatiguing the wrist makes sense, because obviously they're not that heavy, but I think it's just overall comfort. This right here, even though it is, there's some heft to it and some presence to it, is super comfortable on the wrist. It's just very well designed. Um, the bracelet, I love the bracelet and the comfort that that affords too as well. Um, so, like I said, I've been wearing this in my work rotation. Um, I would say that I probably wear it, oh, 4 days a week, solid, easily, if not more. So it's definitely the most worn in my collection. I do baby it a little bit. Um, I have a pool. I I know this is 150 meters water resistant. I don't wear it into the pool. I guess I could. I've chose not to wear it in the pool. I'm opposed to wearing some of my watches into the pool. I wear, a lot of my divers, but I don't want to wear this in the pool. I've worn it in the shower, but not in the pool. Um, would I recommend this watch to folks? Um, Absolutely. I think you know I think Tudor's a great brand. I would love to own other Tudors. Some of them are a little bit more than I want to pay. I believe it's like the 1926. I think that's it. Is a pretty cool model. I've seen them in the gray market, and they can be kind of affordable. And I think that that kind of fits with the way I wear watches. Um, and the other thing that Tudor from the watch community itself, the other thing is that Tudor, sometimes folks consider that a substitution for Rolex. Um, you know, Rolex is not in my price range. Could it be someday? Possibly, but right now that is even at retail. I mean, I love the Submariner. I love the classic look of the Submariner. Um, One, I don't feel like I've got the connections to be able to get one, um, especially where I am here in Eastern Tennessee. There's not a I'd have to go to probably towards Atlanta. I'm not even sure if Chattanooga. I think it'd be tough in Chattanooga too as well. Maybe towards Knoxville. Um, but bottom line is, even at retail, I don't have 8 grand plus tax to spend on a watch at this point in my time. I'm trying to tuck as much money away for retirement. So for me, um, this watch here is one um, that I think offers a luxury item at an affordable price. And so it's just, I don't know. This is by far my favorite watch. Um, and I'm trying to define why. The I sometimes miss the date, but the way that the dial presents itself and the perfect symmetry without a date is something that is very attractive to me, and I'm finding myself moving towards no date models. Um, and then it's just about committing the date to memory or looking at my phone. Um, I definitely like the skin diver aesthetic in watches, but having something that doesn't have a rotating bezel um, is pretty nice in terms of it just allows um, you to really enjoy the dial, and also it allows you to not be distracted by the bezel and just uh, I don't know. It offers variety. It offers variety. So just going to show it a little bit here. Might be a little smudged. It's held up. It's held up pretty well. It was used when I bought it. It was in very good shape. The clasp, because I do have a desk job, is a little beat up on. Um, the overall condition of the bracelet, it's held up pretty well. The case is held up pretty well. Um, so I think it's a good durable everyday watch. Um, and I think that's about it. You know, this was really unscripted and off the cuff. Um, and like I said, not a traditional review. Hopefully, this will help somebody. If you're looking to purchase this watch, I definitely would recommend. If you can buy used from a trusted source, I think there's good value to be had in these. I think I've seen them on Watch Recon, um, probably around 2,100 or so. I think is the going rate. So I think for that value is huge in this watch. Um, the ETA movement. Oh, last thing I really like about this is just, and everybody I think comments on this, is just the smile dial. And as you all probably are aware, um, Tudor will do the smile dial like this, or just non-smile dial, I'll call it. And the smile dial just signifies that there's an ETA movement in the watch too as well. Um, so, but that's it. Like I said, I hope this helps somebody who's trying to make a decision for this watch. Highly recommend. I don't see this one going anywhere ever. I think I think there's some in my collection that will probably go at some point, or I'll try to sell. This one is not going, and the only other one I think for sure that's not going is my Bling Master. I'm sure there's a couple other ones in there too as well, but this Tudor here and my Bling Master are definitely not going anywhere. Um, so that's it. Thanks. This one a little longer than normal. Thanks for listening to my rambling. I'm hoping it was a little bit coherent. Uh, Take care, and as always, stay positive, make friends, enjoy the journey. Take care, everybody.